Welcome to ComSpark. Today we are in Louisville, Kentucky. My name is Matthew Carson, and I will be your host while I introduce our Senior Director for U.S. WorldMeds, LLC, Tony Fleming.
Hey Matt, good to see you.
Good to see you again. So, tell me a little bit about your position and tell me a little bit about how U.S. WorldMeds can provide some of the business objectives that they have as goals for IT.
Well, U.S. WorldMeds is a specialty pharmaceutical company. A lot of really smart people working there, and I've enjoyed 9 years with the company. I've seen a lot of change. The COO and I, many years ago, decided we wanted IT to be a strategic partner with the company, not just, hey, we break-fix laptops. So we're a very proactive member of the organization. We work with all the different business units, understand their objectives. And being a pharmaceutical company, that's everything from sales to R&D, clinical trials, regulatory, and your traditional ERP systems, you name it, it runs the gamut. With that in mind, I get the luxury of any given year, 10 to 20% of my budget goes towards innovation, which is fantastic for me. And I know a lot of my peers at other organizations don't always get that, but that allows us to constantly be growing and innovating at the company and meeting the objectives of the organization. It's one thing to talk about it, it's another to really do the work.
That's good. Staying on that same theme with regulations and security, how is your IT team specifically addressing additional security needs for U.S. WorldMeds?
Well, this is a conversation I've had many times over recent years, especially. One near and dear to my heart, really. First and foremost is it's a common way of thinking that security is an IT problem. Security is a company-wide problem and very much a people problem. You have to educate the employees on their obligations towards security. Again, for me, fortunately, the C-suite gets that. We talk about it, and we've implemented a security awareness program where we train the users on how to detect phishing, their obligation on what they're doing with data, to be very mindful. First and foremost is to stop and think before you click, right?
Yeah.
We don't want a bunch of clickers in the company. So we target the security awareness. And then on the technology side, we do what I consider the blocking and tackling. You can't mature or optimize, if you will, your environment if you can't manage the blocking and tackling, the everyday, most common things. Good examples I would think of would be change management. We run a fairly strict regimented change management program. We have monthly update schedules every month where we update every applicable system that month with the latest security updates. We manage all the endpoints. So we have people that travel internationally and all over the US. How I manage those endpoints is very important to me. When they're outside of my building, I have less control, or I used to. Today, we have a great deal of control. We force updates on those machines no matter where they are in the world. We've advanced our content filtering, our malware and antivirus filtering, and then move that internal to the corporate office. We're taking steps and some partnerships to automate some of our security operation as well. You can only manage so many events any given day, right? And they're never ending. Security is a living, breathing thing. It changes every day. You're constantly in this game of cat and mouse with bad actors. So we are trying to automate as many of those requests as we can. The bad actors don't take the night off when we leave the office, right? So we're working to manage those events even when we're not around, to make sure, one, we're getting the notifications, we're being alerted timely. So building relationships with good partners, implementing good monitoring processes and effectiveness of that monitoring, creating the alerts, empowering people to make the changes they need to make when they need to make them. But it's a multifaceted approach to security.
with the competitive pharmaceutical landscape, how is your IT organization using data to drive business decisions and directives?
Oh, this is another one I really enjoy. So we hear AI or artificial intelligence a lot. I think in most corporations, what we're really talking about is business intelligence. It's not artificial intelligence. And the way we went about that, starting just a few years ago, is when we incorporated that into our IT strategic plan with executive support. But we were able to, just a few years ago, start a program and initiate the development of our own internal data warehouse and our business intelligence reporting. And we use Microsoft Power BI for that. We're currently today bringing in 10 different data sets throughout the organization. There's many, many more. We're still working and maturing. It's a long process. But we're disseminating reports, dashboards, report sets to sales all over the country, finance, supply chain. All of these teams now use reports that were managed manually through spreadsheets. They were getting the data from different places, so you had a data integrity problem. So we're able to then leverage that data, use the historical data, the current data, and do a little bit of predictive analysis. Help people know where to go fishing, if you will. The catch is it's a lot of information. So people can only digest what they can take in, right? So we're processing somewhere around 300 million records of data every week. So you have to be able to pare that down into what's really consumable and usable. We want to make timely and better informed business decisions with that data.
Thank you, Tony, for being here with us today.
Sure.
And if for more information, please visit ComSpark.tech.